Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about the antibody diversity. So, actually, in previous class, we learned about the different types of antibodies. So, these antibodies are particularly classified as according to the different type of structures in the constant region of the heavy chain. So, today we will discuss about the different type of structures in the variable region of heavy chains and also light chains. How the antibody diversity will generated in these regions. Actually, antibodies is need to combat with the antigens. These antigens, different types of epitopes are there. So epitope structures are different types. So to combat these epitopes, complement a complementary type of structures is required on the antibody part. In antibody part, CDR regions, these are termed as complementary determining regions or paratopes. These paratope structure need to change because antigens are not similar or not standard. These structures are dynamic. So if any virus, it is same virus, but the structure is changed. Here, HIV virus, there are 7 different types of HIV virus structures are there. So this we term it as this virus structure is changing. Virus structure is changing means the structure of the epitope is changed in that antigen. So to combat this antigen effects, here also the paratope structure is also need to change. So this is termed it as diversity. How this diversity is generated in these antibodies or in these immunoglobulins? Scientists have proposed 3 different types of theories. The first one is germline theory. This germline theory, it explains that there is separate germline is there for each antibody. So next, somatic mutation. Somatic mutation means, in somatic means it is body part. So in B cells, if certain types of mutation is occurred, this leads to the producing of the different types of antibody. So it is very minute. So next, mini gene hypothesis. It is a very important one for generating this diversity. Here, for generating this diversity at the DNA level, the fragments of these DNA fragments randomly selected, randomly makes different types of combinations. This leads to the combination diversity. Here, the segments is shuffling, selected, translocated. So here, actually, here in heavy chain, or whatever it may be, heavy chain is reason the heavy chain changes is located in heavy chain is what is called heavy chain characters is determined in the 14th chromosome. Light chain characters, particularly K region, K chain is determined by the 2 chromosome. L chain locus is determined by the 22. So K and what is called lambda chain, these both are belongs to the light chain. So here, when we observe the heavy chain, in heavy chain, particularly variable region of this heavy chain, so heavy chain immunoglobulin contains 2 types of chains. One is heavy chain and also another one is light chain. In a heavy chain, 2 regions are there. One is variable region, another one is constant region. In particularly variable region, in heavy chain, variable region, so variable region, it contains 3 locuses. One is V locus, another one is D locus, next J segment. So V locus contains 80 to 250 segments. 80 to 250 segments. D locus contains just 30 segments. It is constant. J locus contains 6 segments. So in contrast to the light chain, it contains only two locuses. One is V and also another one is J. So D locus did not present in this in the light chain. So kappa chain contains 500 segments and also 4 J segments. But lambda chain contains only 100 V segments and 4 J segments only. This is the major difference between the light chain and also heavy chain. Heavy chain contains VDJ locuses, light chain contains only VJ locuses. D locus is absent. So next, gene rearrangement. So here I will depict a picture to this. You observe it. When we observe this diagram, it is a nucleus. Nucleus, these both are DNA strands. So it is a cytoplasm. Overall, it is a cell. In a cell, it is a nucleus. In nucleus, it is a DNA part. This is a DNA part. It is a cytoplasm. So it is a cytoplasm. So in cytoplasm, it is a cell organelle. On the surface of the ER, ribosomes are present. So that's why it is termed as RER of endoplasmic reticulum. So what happens in the DNA part in the nucleus? So here, how the combinations are generated. So here in DNA, which is reason for the forming of the immunoglobulins. In this DNA also, V locus region is there, D locus region is there, J locus region are there. So in V locus region, here it is there are different colors are there, and also in D locus here it is depicted different types of color arrow marked, and also J locus is also depicted different types of colors. So it is attached to the constant region of each chain to the variable region. So it is attached. So here it is a V locus, D locus, J locus. So when it is translated, so here the segments is randomly picked up, randomly translocated. So here it is red color, but here it is a blue color. It is a green color, here it is a red color. So here it is a blue color, it is a green color, like that. It is randomly picked up in B locus. In D locus also you observe. So here it is a blue color arrow mark, here is green. Here it is a green, it is a red. So here it is same segment is there, but these are randomly picked, randomly translocated. So this leads to it is a combinations, different types of combinations. So it is termed it as combination diversity. So then it is according to this, mRNA will prepared. mRNA will prepared. So these mRNA will move from the nucleus to the cytoplasm. In cytoplasm, according to these mRNA string, according to the mRNA string, so it is mRNA string. Ribosomes prepared immunoglobulins. Immunoglobulins in the cytoplasm in the ER. Immunoglobulins. So immunoglobulins. These are immunoglobulins. So prepared in the ER. So according to the mRNA. According to this mRNA. So immunoglobulins is prepared. So next, when we go to the PPT, so here also it is depicted that it is a V region and also it is a D region, it is a J region. So it is a constant region of a heavy chain. So here these segments randomly translocated. So here it is a VH1. So next one is VH21. So here it is a different VH1. So it is randomly translocated. So it is, that's why termed it as combination diversity. So here, so VDJ combinations are different. So different VDA combinations are different. So according to this, mRNA will transcribe. So according to this, mRNA will generated and also moved, and also this mRNA will move to the cytoplasm, from cytoplasm to the ER to the ribosomes. So here there are two types of genes are present. Two types of genes are present here. These two types of genes are termed as RAG1, RAG2. So rearrangement of activation gene, these are termed as. These enzymes acts as restriction enzymes. Restriction enzymes is termed as chemical knives. So these may cut the DNA parts, and also annealing also it will do. Annealing means attached. Ligases will act as annealing. So these may cut or attach the DNA molecules, and also flanking of the region also. So, so by these DNA regions will reunite, and also diversity will. So that's why it is done as combination diversity. So next, another one is in this diversity allelic exclusion. So alleles means actually in a diploid cell. Diploid cell means one chromosome or one gene is from paternal one and another one is from the maternal one. So two genes are located for each character. So here you observe it is a precursor cell. One is paternal and also another one is what is called uh, subset is paternal, another subset is for the maternal. Here H chain, lambda chain, K chain, paternal genes. Here H chain, lambda chain, K chain for the maternal. So here when is precursor cell as modified as pre B cell. So here for the H chain, maternal side is selected. Maternal side gene is selected for generating the H chain. So what about the paternal side H chain? So it is excluded. So it is a corresponding chromosome. So it is a corresponding chromosome. The paternal is a corresponding chromosome. So it is excluded. So it did not express it. So and also for what is called light chain, paternal side is selected. So now maternal one is excluded. Maternal corresponding chromosome is excluded. So this is termed it as allelic exclusion. So you observe here. So diploid one, it contains two sets of genetic information coding. So both did not express. Only one is expressed. Remaining is excluded. Excluded means did not express. So did not express. This is termed as allelic exclusion. So when it is selected, but this one expressed when it is a malformed immunoglobulin or malformed heavy chain is generated. So that time the second one is expressed. Up to that it is considered. So according to this, mRNA is prepared. These move to the endoplasmic reticulum. From there, polypeptide chain is generated. Also, it is when it encounters or when triggers the antigen, so it modified as the plasma cell in first immunoresponse. So next, what is class switching? So class switching means one class of immunoglobulin is switched to the another one. So maybe G, maybe E, whatever it may be G2 according to required of the function. So here, if it is the allergic reaction is um, to combat the allergic reaction, it is required. So what happens? So actually, in primary immunoresponse, IgM type antibodies will generated. IgM type of antibodies generated. So to this IgM, so these class switching is only limit to the heavy chain constant region, not the variable region. So it is a heavy chain constant region. So here IgM is selected. What happened next? So the remaining part. So here this part is whooping out. This so here scissors is depicted here. So it is cutted. So here scissors is depicted. So this part is cutted. So this cut it. So it is next flanked. So the remaining part is flanked to the variable light chain or variable heavy chain. Variable heavy chain, not light chain. So here how it is this what is called whooping out is whooping out processes appeared. So here initially IgM part is IgM immunoglobulins, IgD immunoglobulins are there in the B cell. It is a B cell on the surface. It is in generated in primary response. So if it is a allergic one, if it is allergic one, what happens? So actually this switching is occurred by the secretions of the T helper cells. So T helper cells are subsets, different types of subsets are there. So Th2, Th1 like that, Th9 like the different types of subsets there. So here Th2 cells secretes interleukin 4. So with these secretion, this IgM is turned to as IgE. IgE immunoglobulins switch to the IgE. So it is modified as plasma cell. These immunoglobulins will secrete IgE type of immunoglobulins. So when it is Th2 cells, same secretes IgE, IL-5, interleukin 5, it is modified as IgA. So IgA, it is meant for the what is called external secretions, maybe colostrum, saliva or intestinal parts, whatever it may be, lacrimal gland secretions, this IgA contain. So in blood, if it is a blood, T helper, Th1 cells, here it is T helper ones, Th1 cells secretes interferon gamma. So interferon gamma, so with this it is switched to the IgG1. So these IgG1 in secondary immune response modified as the plasma cells. These are plasma cells. These cells. So when it is in blood pathogen, it is modified as IgG. So when it is a what is called a secretions, their immunoglobulins read for in the secretions are in lumen part. IgA is switched to the IgA. So these occurred by the action of the T helper cells. So T helper cells modified as the T helper cells, cytokines, interleukins, whatever it may be, these IgG and also IgE, IgA. So IgG, IgE, IgA is termed as secondary immunoresponse antibodies. IgA, IgM and also IgD is termed it as primary immunoresponse. So IgM, particular IgM. So IgG, IgE, IgA is termed as secondary immunoresponse immunoglobulins. So these switch IgM is switched to the IgG, IgE, IgA according to the functioning requirement. So the remaining part is flank. Flank. So loop out the unnecessary part and also flank the necessary part to the variable part, variable chain. So antibody repertoire. Repertoire means the whole item, whole antibodies is present in the B cells is termed as repertoire. So in heavy chain, VDJ locus are there. In B locus, maximum 250 segments are there. In D locus, 30 segments are there. So J locus contains 6. So when we multiply both three or these three, 45,000 will occur. Next, in light chain, two chains are there. Kappa chain contains V locus 500 segments. Lambda chain contains V locus 100 segments. But D locus it is 0 in both chain and also J segment 4. So when we multiply these both 2000 and also it is 400. So when we multiply these three, so this amount is will generated. So this is equal to the 10 to the power of 11. So 10 to the power of 11. So uh, so when we make 10 zeros on the 10, this is equal to the so billions of combinations is possible for in this diversity. So here I hope you are understood very well with this video. So if you have any doubt, you just ask me. Thank you very much.